Stop playing. Stop playing with me. Who over there? Yeah. What's good? What is popping? Those are two separate questions, man. Answer those in any order you like. Notification gang. Thumbs up squad. Yada die. The second chamber. What's good? I see you found your way into the group, you found the hidden chambers. That's the whole point, man. Find the hidden chambers. Find how to access the rest of the dots so we can connect. Simple, very self-explanatory title, right? The Joker movie. Amber Geiger and the Fall of Egypt. This is the new Egypt. Right. The clues are always there, sir. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Hey, if you didn't know, America is the new Egypt. Hello? Yeah. Anyways, let's just get right into it, man. Let's make this, you know what I'm saying? Get this show popping. Look, man, the Joker movie was great. I think the acting was phenomenal. It was a very cerebral piece. Wasn't a lot of shoot 'em up, bang bang, not a lot of action or nothing like that. But the action that was in the movie made sense. You know what I'm saying? Um, Joaquin Phoenix, man, he's great. He's good. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know. Was there anything metaphysically deep about the movie? Excuse me. There were some things, but it wasn't a real deep metaphysical movie. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It was dark, but it wasn't deep. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was walking up the stairs, um, that was, you know, he walked up a certain amount of number of stairs. That was deep. Um, the coloring was deep. It wasn't a lot of stuff in there. I might have to revisit the movie and make another video on it, but I just really want to go in and enjoy the movie. I'm not going to give you any spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. Watch it. It's enjoyable. It's worth it. Um, One thing that the Joker character does embody, though, he does embody uh, a few metaphysical things just by the character itself. Not saying that the movie isn't metaphysical, but just the character. The Joker is the fool. The Joker is chaos. The fool in the tarot deck is chaos. The Joker is the chaos being. Okay. Not only that, the Joker does embody the energy, the Baron Samedi energy. You see what I'm saying? That's why when actors do take on that role as the Joker, Jack Nicholson, Keith Ledger, you know, it do screw up. Uh, it do affect the actor. You know what I'm saying? I remember Forrest Whitaker was on a Breakfast Club a couple of days ago, and he was saying, you know, when he's getting into a character, you know, uh, that character never leaves his personality. He may subdue it, but it never truly leaves. And a real true actor is nothing but a empath adept. Period. That's all acting is opening yourself up to the spirit world and letting them energies come in. You know, and being able to control that shit is an art within itself. It's a sorcery art, pretty much. But that's why rest in peace Keith Ledger. You know, it was a little too much. He got consumed by that Baron Samedi energy, and that's just what it was. The dialogue and visuals. Yeah. Um, but hold on. I'm trying to get this off the fucking screen. Anyways. So but yeah, I was saying, so we'll see how the Joaquin story plays out by him embodying that character as the Joker. We'll see. But the point of the movie, though, the point of the movie, without giving any spoilers, is social climate and social engineering. You see, the Joker was really for the people. The people don't like all this rich shit, don't like all this, high society, high and mighty shit. We really, are a people of, what I'm saying, of humble uh beginnings, you know what I mean? For the most part, not everybody's rich. And the movie just clearly reflected that there is a resistance in the movie, in the fictional city of Gotham, and also in the real world, you know what I'm saying? The underdog, the poor man, he's always, we're always rooting for him. And that was the whole reason why the Joker movie was so successful. Well, it's so good is because you can relate to it. You can relate and adapt to the movie. You know what I'm saying? Now, the reason why I titled the video "The Joker, Amber Geiger, and the Fall of Egypt" is because they all kind of tie in together. Um, the main point of the Joker movie was rioting and protest. Mind you, that's the main theme throughout the whole movie. Rioting and protest. So yeah, the Joker movie was dope. He did great acting, but through the whole time, from the start of the movie to the end, rioting and protest. Now, the reason that's interesting is because nothing is coincidence, especially in movies. Now, the first number that popped out in the movie, or date that popped out, is October 15th. That's funny. That's my birthday. That's funny that we're in October. Ironically enough, right? That the movie comes out. And ironically enough, we have this Amber Geiger police murder trial, you know what I'm saying? Or verdict, that has also came out in October. Now, I don't want to lean hella hard on the conspiracy side of this story, but you have to take a look. You have to take a look at this shit. Anytime we've seen a false flag incident. Now, I'm not saying that the young man did not get murdered. I don't know. All I'm saying is, anytime we've seen this shit, the victims are never crying. They're never sad. Not one. There's never been a sad person on camera crying about the death of their loved one. That is odd to me. So we have to look at patterns. We have to look at that. We have to take that in consideration. You know what else is odd? The fact you had the brother, oh, let me give you a hug, right? The fact that you had the judge come down off the bench. Now, these are all melanated people that appear to be of African or indigenous descent. Appear. Not all black people are black. Not all white people are white. We'll touch on that later. Appear to be melanated or of African or indigenous descent. Come off the bench, cross all kind of legal. It's the difference between legal and lawful. We'll talk about that one day. Cross all type of legal boundaries that we've never seen before, right? And hug this woman who is appearing to be Caucasian. Appear. We don't know, right? Then you have the bailiff stroking and combing through her hair with her hands This is a pattern. Nothing is, listen, for this to just to be coincidence that this many forgiving, heartfelt, heartwarming people of African American descent who is forgiving this lady in a courtroom, highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. But it happened. So you have to scratch your head and say, huh? Tricky? Right? Shout out to DJ Academics. Or not shout out. Check out my other channel. See, what y'all don't know is I have some multiple channels. You know what I'm saying? Check out my other channel, Graffiti Bay. Try to find that. I might leave the link for that in the description, where I discuss hip-hop and battle rap. It's pretty cool. So anyhow, so that's not, I have to question all of that shit, right? Okay, so I'm questioning that. Like I said, man, I believe the young man may have been murdered in real life, but something is very iffy about this story. This don't seem right. And you only give the woman 10 years? What? What? Come on, man. Messerly, who shot Oscar Grant, didn't even get 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Michael Vick got 2 years for killing a dog. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. This shit is crazy. All right. Okay, cool. So how does that tie into the Joker movie? I say that the Joker movie and its timing and the powers that be, if this is leaning towards conspiracy, are trying to socially manipulate the climate. They have been asking for us, melanated people, to nut up and act a damn fool for so long. And we just won't do it. We just won't pull the trigger. No pun intended. We just won't do it. So they like, well, we're doing white people. Let them get mad about themselves and let them just get mad at the system. See, remember, the Joker movie is about relatability. You see what I'm saying? So when you're watching this trial, or when you were watching this trial and sentencing, you're putting yourself in the shoes of this storyline, kind of like the video I just dropped, the other day or this morning. You're putting yourself into the storyline. Now, with that being said, even though it's black people who are doing the misjustice, you still are pissed off because you're tying yourself emotionally to it personally. You see what I'm saying? See, these people who know how to hit your hot buttons, they know the outcomes of your actions like a computer program. 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4. You do this to them, they'll feel this way. You do that to them, they'll feel that way. They already know. You know what I'm saying? So, how does that tie in? How does the conspiracy tie in to Egypt falling? Because this is Egypt. It's the new Egypt. All right. But back in the day, ancient, long time ago days, I sought you at the old house. Long time ago days. When melanated people ruled and sat on the throne of ancient Kemet, right? This is before the pale pharaohs. See, a lot of people who haven't taken the time to study about Egypt or Kemet, especially Bible thumpers, they think the Pharisees were evil dynasties, which is true, especially if you're a Bible thumper. but it's a time frame and a time reference. Those Pharisees that sat on the throne at the time of the stolen documents that were incomplete and binded together in a book called the Bible, those Pharisees wasn't the melanated pharaohs. Those were our children coming home to Ruth. Very pale, very light toned. You see what I'm saying? This is kind of going back to what I said earlier about not all white people are white people. And not all black people are black people. You know what I'm saying? At some point, there was a being that was created, kind of like a clone. Hence the Adam and Eve story. Okay, they're not going to tell you who the God was that made them. You think it was somebody else. But they were created, right? That clone didn't really have too much soul. Just a little bit. Didn't have too much soul. You know what I'm saying? Actually didn't have none until other gods started to mix with the rest of the clones. And that's how soul got put into the clone body. But all white people ain't white people. They think they white. Some white people are literally our children. Some white people are clones. Some black people, when I say black, I'm just speaking generally. All melanated people have souls. I'm going off on a tangent. All melanated people have souls. But sometimes those souls have negative polarities. It's true. So that's what I'm saying. Don't get caught up too much on the racial shit. There is a factor. Yes. There's a factor. Don't look at anything as being linear, because it's way deeper than what you could ever think. All the time. You could never understand all this shit. It's too much. Anyways. Egypt fell. Well, you ask yourself, well, if the melanated people were sitting on the throne in Egypt, how did it fall? How did we lose control? If we ran the world, how did we lose control? Because we got a big ass heart. We're not really warlike. We got a big ass heart. Tying that together with the fucking Amber Geiger, Ashley, whatever her fuck her name is, Geiger. If it isn't a conspiracy, if it isn't, because you got to look at both options. If it isn't, then why the fuck are melanated people so fucking happy-go-lucky to forgive all of a sudden? Not all of a sudden, but just period. We're like, what the fuck is that? Like when the brother was like, well, because I think she needs to find Christ. You don't even know what Christ means, fool. But you can't knock somebody for having a big heart. But that's the shit that got us fucked up. That's why Egypt fell. Having a big heart. Letting motherfuckers come in. Showing motherfuckers how to stand up straight. How to eat with a fucking utensil. How to use the bathroom. How to bathe. Letting them in on the secrets of the craft. That's how Egypt fell. Fast forward to these times, you got motherfuckers kissing motherfuckers in the courtroom, damn near. They might as well tongued her down and gave her a lap dance in that motherfucker. I'm keeping it fucking real. Like, yo, what the fuck? Now, with all that being said, rioting and protesting could not get Egypt back. Matter of fact, we'll never get Egypt back. Egypt was taken over. The old Kemet, the old Egypt, and the new Kemet. It's been they shit. This is they shit. It's they shit. Now, with that being said, the only way, if you are on a crusade to combat these motherfuckers, the only way you could do it, because they own the physical world. The people who created. Hold on, I might be going off on a little bit of a tangent. Remember, I said some white people were created, some white people weren't. Some white people are our children. Some white people came from somewhere else. There's different species. Don't get hung up on the race. Different species of motherfuckers that are here. Okay? Not all African, quote unquote, people are the same. Hey, listen. I'm trying to tell you some real shit. Anyhow. Now, the entity or deity, right, that created this physical world, I'll let you figure out who that is, because I don't like saying that name. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, hey. All right? Have empowered his minions here. Okay? Not all white people are the same. Have empowered his minions here. Not all black people are the same. Who? Who? Enjoy music said, who? You want to know, huh? Who? Nah, hell nah. So you gotta be careful, you know what I'm saying? When you speak. See, speaking is vibrations, you know what I'm saying? When you started to invoke vibrations out there, you know, you give certain things energy, you know what I'm saying? So I've already said this shit a few times. I just don't like to keep saying this shit, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when you put something on the internet, that shit can be played over and over and over, and that's how shit gets up. My nigga Saw said Trump, though. Nah. So look, hold on, open this door. It's getting hot. Woo! Bringing that fire. Yeah. So the only way to combat this shit, you know what I'm saying? The only fight that we have, the only chance we have is getting in tune spiritually. It's a spiritual war. And I hate to sound cliche, because I know, but this is a spiritual fight that we're fighting. This is a spiritual battle. I'm serious as fuck. See, this is the only fight you got. Nigga, we got the weather on our side. We got the earth on our side. We got the this shit sounds so fucking hotepish. We got the ancestors on. I'm serious though. We got the ancestors on our side. No physical missile, tank, or jet can fuck with any of that. And that's the only fight you have. No protesting. Okay? All right? No infiltrating the system and changing the judicial system by voting. Nah. That's why there's so much distraction going on, because as soon as you get in tune with yourself, you get in tune spiritually. Once you're in tune spiritually, you now have become weaponized. Hence the reason why they be shutting down my fucking videos. You know what I learned last night? So I have this program, right, where I'll be downloading YouTube videos and shit, right? Let's see. Second Chamber say it's only the frontier that they cannot handle or deal with. That is true. That is true, Second Chamber. Yes, that is true. So, damn, that was real talk. So I have this program to where I download YouTube videos so I can edit. My program don't be acting right? So I'm like, okay, my program don't act right. Cool. I'm like, well, maybe something wrong with my computer. I'm like, well, no, ain't nothing wrong with my computer. I'm like, well, let me get another program. Well, I got another program. I still can't download YouTube videos, right? So I go to troubleshooting. I'm troubleshooting. Why can't I download YouTube videos? Enter. So on the troubleshooting, it says, oh, Try this. So I tried that. Then it said, well, if it doesn't work and you could download other videos from other platforms like Vimeo, then the chances are you have been banned from YouTube. I'm like, oh, ain't this about a bitch? Now I be talking all that banned shit because I'm just like, man. But this was the confirmation. So YouTube really don't fuck with me, but that's all right. That's all right. We gonna use them for what it's worth. We gonna use them for what it's worth. Fuck that. Fuck that. Anyhow, the only fight we have is spiritual. Period. So all this motherfucking time we be on YouTube and all that's cool. Make it worth it. You know what I'm saying? But most importantly, learn thyself. Know thyself. And after that, if you are lucky and privileged enough to even get to the point of knowing thyself, which is almost an unattainable process, but you'll make progress through your path. But if you even get on that path of knowing thyself, if you can, do something. Something. Anything. Do something with it. Whether it's magic, whether it's alchemy, whether it's metaphysics, whatever you think it is, do something. Unselfishly. That's how you win. Hopefully, you won't come back to this bitch. All right? It's like Brother Panic say. What'd he say? So the only reason why I'm quoting Panic, so it don't seem like I'm over here trying to take this nigga words. But he said, oh, yeah, the Egyptians didn't talk about a healthcare plan. The Egyptians didn't talk about saving the babies. They talked about getting the fuck up out of here, man. Death is a door. I'm not saying go jump off a fucking building. Nah. I'm not saying don't be afraid to die. Nah. I'm not saying don't stay here and take care of your kids. Please do. Please. These motherfuckers need their ass whooped. Somebody need to whip their ass. Okay, yeah, take care of your kids. But what I'm saying is, yo, stop holding on to this shit. You're supposed to be accumulating as much experience points as possible. For those who play games, experience points, XP points, get those, right? So you cannot come back. The more you need experience points, the more you have to play this game. Reincarnation is a cycle. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Dev. I'm gone. I'm out. I'm about this bitch. I'm out this bitch. And I ain't tripping. The hardest thing about being here is the attachments. Your family, your children, your parents. All that is an attachment. But there's a balance. Appreciate the attachment, yes. But don't be afraid to let go of the attachment. Because the more that you have the attachment, the more that your spirit and your soul is tethered here. The more you're attached to things here, the harder it is for you to leave. Spiritually, not physically, spiritually. Because you have no choice but to leave physically. But your spirit is tethered here. Your soul is on the opposite end of that spirit. Your spirit gets tethered by what? Thought. Because everything is thought. The universe is mental. So, I know I'll be jumping all over the place. And I know some people are following me because y'all have a chaotic brain like me. But I know some people are like, man, what the fuck is this nigga talking about again? He funny, but god damn, what is he talking about? But I'm serious. So, I think that I've ran my mouth long enough. Oh, I was listening to Brother Sanchez's show, and he had a guest on there. Yeah, shout out to Brother Sanchez, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if dude like me or not. But it's all good. I don't have no problem with Brother Sanchez. I know I might talk shit, but I'm just talking shit. Um, he had a guest on his show the other day that said that we get programmed. We get programmed by what we see on TV, and it's possible that like he gave the example that used to watch TV in the 90s or some shit. I'm finna make this my own story. Watch TV in the 90s and you'll see black people, melanated people on the screen just acting hella fucking ghetto, like oh no, ain't that right. So and then we'll watch this shit and be like, black people don't act like that. You know what I'm saying? Black people don't act like that. But then what start happening? Melanated people start acting like that. So I can't even say black. Spanish people, fucking anybody with a fucking hue, Asian people start acting just hella. You feel me? It's just dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a pre-programming. You see what I'm saying? A pre-programming. But the dude made it a point to say, how do we know we're not watching the pre-programming with this Amber, what's her name? Geiger. This Geiger case. You seeing all this relief. Oh, it's okay, pale lady. It's okay. It's okay, pale lady. It's okay. Or stroking her hair. Or can I just give her a hug? Like, black people don't act like that. Then 5 to 10 years from now, oh, well, just go ahead and keep shooting and killing us and all that type shit. It's called a pre-program, called television programming. See what I'm saying? So it's also possible that that's the case as well. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But at the same time, man, knowing thyself, none of that shit's going to fuck matter. It's not going to fucking matter. Not at all. Not at all. Geiger counter counts gamma rays. Huh. The Geiger counter counts gamma rays. I like that. I like that. All right, man. 33 minutes is long enough. I think that's cool. This car, I'm hot as hell. I don't have the AC on. So you already know what the deal is. So I'm finna go ahead and go. Y'all go ahead and log on. If you have picked up on the clues to enter the chambers, stay out of the 36th chamber. NewMrSchool.com. Please, please, please holla at your boy. And yeah, until next time, man. I'm gonna keep these videos popping. It's all good. Let's go. Let's get it. Now this is the part where I'll be like, man, well, how do I turn this on?